In the race for Nevada Senate, still too close to call at this point in time with about 89.2% of the vote in. Sam Brown is currently leading by about 18%. Look at those percentages, or 1,800 votes, excuse me. The percentage is about 0.1%, so very, very close over the incumbent, Jacky Rosen. But what I do want to look at and kind of dive deeper into is that it seems that he is outperforming some of the Republicans in the past. So take a look, and particularly in the rural area. So if you go and say, let's look at Elko County. So this time around, he had 14,862 votes. If you go back 2 years, the Republican at the time, 11,000 votes. And then if you go back 2 more years, well, 4 more years, 11,000 votes. You look at some place like Lyon County, 14,000 votes in 2018. Then in 2022, it goes up to 15,000. But for Sam Brown, you're looking at 20,000. And this is kind of the trend that we saw throughout the rural area. Sam Brown performing or overperforming than his counterparts in the past. One of the reasons why this race is so close. Isabella Martin is also following this race as well and has a little bit more for us from the election headquarters. Good morning, Isabella.
Good morning, Justin. As you mentioned, we're watching a tight race unfold between incumbent Senator Jacky Rosen and Republican challenger Sam Brown as they both battle for the seat of Nevada's U.S. Senate. Now, Sam Brown, a former Army captain who sustained injuries in Afghanistan, is focused on conservative principles in supporting existing abortion laws in Nevada. His campaign prioritizes veterans issues, economic growth, and strong local representation. For Senator Jacky Rosen, elected in 2018, she's hoping for re-election, and she's focusing on accessible health care, lower costs for Nevadans, and job creation. Nevada hasn't seen a Republican win a Senate race since 2012, and with polls showing a slim 1% margin, this race is one to watch. Channel 13 attended both Rosen's and Brown's watch parties last night, where both camps expressed optimism.
Tonight, again, this isn't about the Sam Brown campaign. This is about you. This is about Nevadans saying enough is enough. Our country will not be destroyed by people who are more loyal to D.C. than they are to us.
We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to win. And you know what we all did? We fought hard. We fought hard for our shared values, that every hardworking Nevadan deserves a level playing field and an economy that works for them.
This race reflects the national focus on Nevada as a critical background state and will continue to keep you updated on the race between Sam Brown and Jacky Rosen as the results come in. For now, reporting outside the election headquarters, I'm going to send it back to you, Justin.
Isabella, thank you. Sandra, interesting note about this particular election, really Republicans in general. Donald Trump said vote early, and we saw that those Republican numbers very, very strong for early voting.
Right. I mean, compared to the last 2 election cycles, it looks like the Republicans did a better job getting their base to get excited and turn out.
Well, and we see that especially when it comes to Sam Brown in those rural areas, yes, they really showed up. He overperformed, as I was mentioning not too long ago.
Yeah, because in the past 2 election cycles, the Republican message has been don't trust early voting, don't trust mail-in voting. That was not the message this time.
No, even some people had said, I'd seen interviews where people said Donald Trump told me to vote early, so that's why I am here doing that. Is that something do you think we'll continue to see?
If it's successful, yes. I mean, if they're able to win those seats, yes.
And this also reminds me a lot of what happened in 2022 with how close that race was, where it really came down to Saturday with all of those mail ballots coming in. And I think it was maybe some 8,000 votes that separated Catherine Cortez Masto from Adam Laxalt.
I mean, and for the Republicans, it was building that wall kind of in the rural counties. I think where the Democrats kind of fell down a little bit is the really young voters didn't turn up until the last day on election day, and there was a whole bunch of them that didn't turn up at all.
Well, and that's the thing, right? If Republicans are building that wall early and they are building it significantly, the Democrats would have to come back and do the same thing, and we didn't really see that with Jacky Rosen and some of the Democrats.
No, and the 2 parties are kind of almost even as far as voter registration. It's that large group of independents or nonpartisans is what we call them. They're about 34%. Both parties are going to have to figure out how to integrate them into the process better so that we have an idea of who's showing up, why they're showing up, and what they're going to vote for.
I wonder if that's become harder because now automatic registration moves you into a nonpartisan. So when everybody who goes to register gets automatically registered as a nonpartisan, How do you reach out to all of those folks?
So it's default. So if I say I want to be a Democrat, they register me as a Democrat. But if I don't say anything, they do default you to nonpartisan. We have all kinds of technology. It's not that hard to talk to people.
Okay.
So I mean, I would say, is there like a welcome wagon we could do where we could say, welcome, new voter. Do you have questions? Can we talk to you? Because right now, I didn't see any polling where we specifically talked to them.
Interesting. So maybe that'll be the change for both parties as we move forward.
I hope so.
Sandra, thank you so much. That'll wrap it up for us here when we're talking about the Senate race.